Hello friends, it is Liam. It is Thursday and this week's topic is life pre-T compared to life post-T. This is my 400th time trying to film this video. I'm getting hot and bothered and not in the fun way, but I'm not going to stop this time. I'm just going to keep going. I just have to gather everything I want to say and say it. It's funny that this week is this topic because tomorrow, Friday, is actually my 1 year on testosterone, which is insane. So I guess I can start out by saying I'm very grateful for this journey and I'm very grateful for the fact that I'm able to go on it, and I'm lucky that the process I went through to get on testosterone was not as difficult as some of the processes I have seen. Of course I had to go to a therapist, but once I did that for a while, all I did was go to the endocrinologist and say, hey, I'm trans, so I would really like to be on testosterone, and he was like, okay, that's great, here you go. And he's an old fella, I've mentioned this before, he's like in his 70s, but he's the only person in my region of Alabama that deals with trans people, so I was even lucky to find someone here close to me that would give me what I needed. So yes, I do realize how very privileged I am to be able to do this. So life pre-T. Life pre-T was not, you know, it wasn't awful. It wasn't terrible or soul-crushing or anything like that. Because as you know, I lived the majority of my life in ignorance. I had no idea that this was even an option. I had never even heard of trans people. I was just trying to make the best out of what I had at the time. I was a tomboy growing up. I was a tomboy for a very long time until I got into like middle school. And then I was like, hey, all of these female body people are girly and my family's pushing me to be girly, so I guess I better do that. So that's what I did. I was very feminine for a very long time, and it was what it was. People told me that I was pretty and that made me feel good, so I was like, okay, as long as I'm making other people happy, I should be happy. And then I found out about transitioning and I was like, holy crap, I need this in my life right now. I need it. I need all of these changes that I have been wanting and waiting for my entire life. I do not have to fit inside this box that everyone wants me to fit into anymore. I can finally be who I've always wanted to be. So the time between finding out about transitioning and actually transitioning was probably the most difficult time in my life because I'm a very impatient individual and I just wanted it. I wanted it all right then because it just hit me like a ton of bricks. That is what I needed. Ignorance is bliss is very, very true. Now here we are, post-T, almost 1 year on T. I never thought I would get to this point. I never even thought this point was possible. So it blows my mind. And there are times where I get really, really sad over the fact that I did not have the traditional boy upbringing. Yeah, I'm really sad that we didn't get to have those typical father-son bonding moments. But then there are also times that I'm grateful for the way I was brought up, because had I not been brought up in the typical female way, I would probably be quite misogynistic and gross, like my father and the rest of the men in my family. And don't get me wrong, the men in my family are wonderful, hardworking people, and my dad is a wonderful, hardworking man, but he is very old-fashioned and conservative and misogynistic. So had I been assigned male at birth, I would have probably ended up the same way. I am grateful for learning the things that I did being brought up as a female. I think I am a better person now because I wasn't brought up as a wee little boy, which kind of sounds like I'm saying people brought up as wee little boys are bad people. They're not, because some people are brought up in non-misogynistic ways, and that's wonderful. That's so great. But a lot of boys here in the South are not 1 year on testosterone. Hooray. Huzzah. Good job for making it this far, you. You can do it. What else do I have to say about pre-T, post-T? Pre-T was not awful, but post-T is pretty daggum great, even though my family still ignores it. But they'll get there, I hope. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all are having a good day / week, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all next Thursday. Bye. Oh, my camera's about to explode. Oh, that was just not smooth at all.